Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one we have got a bunch of cool update news to talk about today. We've got like a brand new skin that we just got info on that could likely be a pretty rare skin, and so we'll talk about that. We've also got things that have to do with Season 8 to go over, so we'll talk about those as well. And overall guys, just a bunch of fun update news that I definitely think you guys want to hear about. Granted, there's not a ton of things since Season 8 is just around the corner, but there's still some fun stuff to go over. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to help support me, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. On top of that guys, shout out to these people on screen for using my code and tweeting me a picture of them using my code to my Twitter account at TheLlamaSir. As you guys know, I sometimes may choose people that tweet me a picture of them using my code and shout out their Twitter names in a video. But overall guys, huge thanks to all of you who have been doing so, and also guys, leave a like down below for new update news and stuff like that, and also comment down below whether or not you got the soccer skins from when they came back into this shop recently. I already had one, but I'm curious to see if you guys got one. But yeah guys, without further ado, let's jump on into it with the first thing I want to talk about in this video, and this is like a little bit of extra news that has to do with the Season 8 release date. And as you guys may remember, we talked about this a bit in one of my previous videos, but with this new piece of info, I'll refresh your memories on what we went over and how that new piece of info, you know, plays a role in this. So yeah guys, as you may know, if you go into game, there is obviously a timer for the season under the Battle Pass section if you go into, you know, the main lobby screen. So you go into Battle Pass, look under where it says Season 7, and it says currently season ends in 6 days. That's what it says on the day I'm posting this video, February 21st. So if we count down from that timer, that means that my guess for when Season 8 would start would be around maybe the 28th or the 27th. But personally, I'm leaning towards the 28th. Now again, that's not confirmed. We haven't gotten an official announcement yet, so that date could change. Take it with a grain of salt. But judging from this new piece of info, which was within the Share the Love event news page, they said specifically, jump in for special rewards and challenges starting February 8th until February 27th. And the noteworthy thing about that is that they say until February 27th. So I'm thinking that guess of Season 8 starting on the 28th would make a lot of sense. Again, that's not confirmed quite yet, but judging from all of the info that we have so far, that would be a pretty likely date. After that then guys, I want to talk about an interesting change that just happened to the map recently. It's nothing like super huge, but it's definitely interesting and could mean that things are going to go down soon. And don't worry, we'll be talking about the skin coming up in the video, but I wanted to go over this first because it could have to do with Season 8. In fact, it's likely that it will be because it has to do with both the earthquakes and also the fault lines that have been showing up on the map. And don't worry guys, it isn't specifically that there's, hey, a new fault line on the map, even though there are a couple, but this is actually a broken structure on the map, which is very interesting. So as you guys know, we went over one of these fault lines headed over towards what was kind of between Tomato and Lazy Links a bit, but it was the ones that were at the bridge, and they sort of, you know, looked like they intersected at the bridge. Well, if you go to that bridge right now, you will notice that it is actually broken now. That's right guys, it used to be, you know, it was kind of like always slightly broken, but you know, technically cars could still drive across it, whereas now the bridge is completely broken. There's like an RV hanging off, a truck hanging off over here. So basically why I think this is interesting is because what else could get destroyed? Obviously these earthquakes and fault lines now have been proven to have the strength to destroy structures, so could that be an important thing for Season 8? Could we see certain locations that we like get destroyed? Could Tomato Temple get destroyed? Could part of Retail Row get destroyed? It's difficult to say, but I think it's something for sure to take note of. On top of that guys, just to keep you updated real quick, there are a couple new fault lines. There's one that continued from the one that was at the block, but as you can see, that one has grown a bit. So yeah, there's one right there. Then there's also a new one at Lazy Links, which I think is interesting because it's pretty far away from the other ones. So that too is something to take note of. I do feel like these are pointing towards something big happening for Season 8, but maybe we'll have to talk about that in a separate theories video. But speaking of that stuff, especially like, you know, things leading up to Season 8 and the story overall, there was something very, very interesting that was potentially revealed to us by Epic Games on their Twitter account. So this thing was fairly secret, fairly hidden, and we're not 100% sure that it even is anything, but I still wanted to bring it up in case it does happen to be something pretty interesting. So basically what I'm talking about here, there was this one tweet that they put up that had a picture of the brand new block, the one with the tank on it. But if you take a look at that picture and specifically take a look at like the grass around it, you will notice that the grass, oddly enough, looks pretty brown. Like, yeah, especially near the bottom right portion of the photo, it definitely does not look like the usual green that we see on grass, especially in this area. In fact, I went into game into a replay and tried to position the camera at about the same angle, and you can definitely tell that they look a bit different. Now, before you draw conclusions between the two, obviously they could maybe be using different graphics settings within the game. Maybe they put a slight filter on it, so that's why I'm saying this isn't like a for sure thing that the map is going to change a little bit, or that like specifically this area might be changing slightly and that this is a clue towards that. But you know, it is a possibility, so that is why I wanted to bring it up here. But after that, guys, real quick before we get into the info about the new skin, just as a bonus thing that I found kind of funny, as you guys know, if you go over to Twitter and go to Donald Mustard's account, again, he is the worldwide creative director at Epic Games, but if you take a look at his page, his location, he changes it to like reflect different things that are happening in the game. Previously, I think it was the dungeon. Well, now it says roaming free, which I think is in reference to the prisoner escaping. Also, his Twitter banner is the new loading screen that just came out. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Maybe we'll see some stuff when Season 8 comes around. Maybe we'll change the location thing again. But yeah, going ahead and getting into it with this new skin. This is one of those skins that is pretty interesting because it is tied to a specific thing, sort of similar to, you know, how they've done it in the past with previous things when like Fortnite works with a brand and like a product that that brand has. But yeah, guys, first of all, I do want to say that I'm not sponsored to talk about this. I just find it interesting and I want to get you guys the news on new skins, especially when there's some pretty rare skins. So this one right here, let's jump into it. This is the skin that I'm talking about right here. Now this one is specifically called the iKONIK outfit. And yeah, like here are some images of it. He's got like a hooded sweatshirt or something, you know, it's got a black, red, and light gray color scheme to it. So yeah, be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you think of this new skin. And as for the details about it, well, the main thing about it is that it's, you know what, let me just read the thing about it. It's on the Samsung site, but if you read it, it says, lead your squad to victory with the new iKONIK outfit. It brings K-pop finesse to your look. Get iKONIK now when you level up to Samsung's most powerful gaming device yet, the Galaxy S10 Plus. And then also here is another view of it, a little bit of a more closer up view, but yeah. Also on top of that, we don't know what rarity this skin will be, so we're gonna have to wait and see on that. It could be legendary, could be epic, could be something else. I would guess it would be legendary or epic, but again, we don't know for sure yet, so we are gonna have to wait and see on that. So yeah, guys, again, what do you think about this skin? Do you like it? Do you have other thoughts about it? Whatever that is, comment it down below. Let's continue the conversation there. And apparently there's also going to be something going on with Ninja and the K-pop group called iKON. Really not sure what exactly that is, but Ninja and a K-pop group, that's definitely pretty interesting. So yeah, guys, moving on to the next thing I want to talk about here. I've noticed that there's been some talk recently about, you know, 50v50 versus Team Rumble. Which is better? Which is the superior mode? And honestly, I'm kind of on the fence. I like both of them, but speaking of which, we do have some news about that, but I'm curious to see which one do you think is better, 50v50 or Team Rumble? Obviously 50v50, if you get eliminated, you're out of the game. Team Rumble, you know, you get respawns. However, I would say that they do feel different as game modes. However, guys, we just got some news about these because as you probably have noticed over like the past month or maybe longer, Team Rumble has been the mode that has been in the game for quite a long time as a big team limited time mode. It's switched out a little bit. We had the NFL version, and I think it switched out maybe to something else as well. But what happened to 50v50? Is 50v50 ever going to come back? Are we ever going to get to play it again? Well, we just got some information about this. So basically, this is some pretty simple and pretty straightforward information, but it has to do with, you know, 50v50 coming back, and basically it comes from Epic Dusty Devo on Reddit. As you guys know, he's one of the Epic Games employees, but basically he said simply that we are going to run 50s again pretty soon. So there you go. 50v50, according to this, will likely be coming back into the rotation as a limited time mode, which I think is a lot of fun. Maybe it'll come alongside Team Rumble, so you have Team Rumble and 50v50, but I'm really excited to try it out again. I haven't been able to try and beat my record of eliminations in that game mode, so I'd be excited to try it out again. Now, speaking of that, moving on to the next thing I want to talk about. Also, if 50v50 comes back, I really hope that they keep the new, like, 50 health or shield on elimination that has been happening, because that is honestly really amazing. If you had that in 50v50, you kind of got the feel for it in Driftin', but as you guys know, Driftin' was removed, but still, the 50 health on stuff like that helps out a ton. Now, the thing that I want to bring up here is that 50 health and 50 shield, or I mean 50 health or 50 shield that you get per elimination in Team Rumble, I just want to clear up that that is apparently something that is done on purpose, so it's not going to be removed. It's not like they added it on accident or anything. Pretty sure they added it on purpose, according to, again, Epic Dusty Devo in reply to, there was like a little bit of a bug where this actually wasn't happening. It wasn't granting the 50 health or shield, so they said that this was just a side effect of how the mode was hot fixed on today. Should be all fixed now. And like, I played a team Team Rumble game with this, and it's such a good change. I love it so much. Being able to get that health and shield when you're like in the middle of a battle with a bunch of people helps so much. I hope they keep that like forever in Team Rumble. So yeah, guys, definitely excited to hear that. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more fun videos like this coming out in the near future. You can also check out my previous videos here, such as on the left, a bit of a challenge guide for the new overtime challenges that released a couple of days ago, like the waterfalls, and then on the right, another fun video. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.